I just got my water bill and I cannot believe how high it is again. And what that tells me is there's a really good chance that I have a water leak. And the number one source of water leaks in the home is the toilet. So what we're going to do is we're going to check out leaks and then we're going to show you how to repair it. So let's go take a look. We're in the bathroom and I think I found the source of the leak. If you take a listen, you can hear the water's running. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the water off, we're going to flush the toilet, and we're going to drain the tank. And I'm not worried about the water in the tank because that water is actually sanitary because the wastewater cannot get up to it. So once we drain the tank, we're going to find out what parts need replacing and start replacing them. First thing we're going to do is we're going to reach in and we're going to shut the water off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to flush so we remove the water from the tank. I pulled off the flapper and I'm going to check it now for signs of wear. First thing I'm going to do is run my finger around it a little bit and see if there's pieces or excessive black coming off and to see if it's cracked. I'll also check the valve seat and I'll check to see if there's any edges that could be sharp that could be also a spot where we wouldn't have a seal. If I find that this part isn't working appropriately, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one with me to my local hardware store and check to make sure that I get an exact fit. Another problem area can be the fill valve. This unit is fairly old and some of the seals may have dried up, causing water to leak. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove this unit and replace it with a new one. It's a fairly simple project. To get the fill valve off, we know we need to disconnect it from the water line. We've already shut off the water, so we know that we can take it apart without having any leaks. We're ready to remove the fill valve now. In order to do that, we want to use a towel and we want to use a bucket because there's still a little bit of water in the tank, not a lot, but we don't want to make a mess. We're also going to use a mirror because sometimes it's hard to see the nut where the fill valve is still attached, and we'll use a crescent wrench to also help us get it loosened. This is where the mirror comes in handy. I can now see the nut and get my crescent wrench on it so that I can remove it and then lift out the fill valve. We took our old fill valve to the hardware store to make sure we got an exact fit. So we're going to reinstall it, basically reversing the direction that we did before. We're going to be putting our bolt on the bottom, making sure it's tight using our mirror and our crescent wrench again. And then once we have that secured, we're going to reattach our water line. We've reinstalled the fluid valve and we've turned the water back on and we've checked for leaks, and apparently we don't have any more leaks. We're going to come back and check periodically in the next week, and if we continue to have problems, we'll probably check it out with a local plumber. For more water tips, check out conserveh2o.org.